My dreams are nightmares. How can I sleep? You got the gun against me.
What's going on, everybody? King of Dragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the Mattel WWE Ultimate Edition Fan Takeover Hulk Hogan. And so here we have the Fan Takeover Ultimate Edition Hulk Hogan posing out of the packaging. Before we take a look at the figure, let's run through his accessories. Hulk Hogan does come with 3 different head sculpts. We do get the stern neutral expression, we do get the smiling expression, and then we do get a yelling expression with a black eye. He also does come with several sets of hands. We do get a pair of fists, we get a pair of grip hands, we get a pair of pointer hands, and then we get a pair of flat palmed hands. He does come with a bandana which does fit on all the heads very nicely. He does come with his Hulkamania yellow t-shirt, which looks really good, and it does rip in the front. He comes with his Hulkster weight belt, which does wrap around the figure nicely. And then finally, he does come with the Winged Eagle WWE World Heavyweight title. Other than that, Hulk Hogan doesn't come with anything else, so with that out of the way, let's move on to his details. And so here we have a closer look at Hulk Hogan, and I have to say, I'm a little bit let down by this figure. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I was really excited to have this figure, but then we got the Ultimate Edition Hulk Hogan from the standard line, and my excitement for this figure kind of waned a little bit. Now, that's not to say he's a bad figure. There's just things that I feel like they could have done much better. For starters, the head sculpts. Why are they painting the head sculpts? This is hand-painted Hulk Hogan head, and this is a photoreal Hulk Hogan head, which looks 1,000 times better. I mean, just look at the eyes. The eyes really sell it to you, and I don't understand why they painted 2 out of the 3 heads. That is insane. They have the photoreal technology. Use it. There's no reason why a $32 figure needs to have hand-painted faces. Other than that, it's a head sculpt that we have seen before. We saw this, actually we've seen all 3 of these head sculpts before. These were the 3 head sculpts that came with the Hollywood Hulk Hogan, and if you don't believe me, they actually have the stubble still sculpted on. Why couldn't we get new Hulk Hogan heads? I have no idea. Mattel actually cheaped out on an Ultimate Edition figure, which is very shocking and very surprising, at least to me. This Hulk Hogan, like I said, there's things to like about it, things to not like about it, and I think the hand-painted head is one thing not to like about it. It's a really good sculpt, but yeah, it is a little bit ruined by the hand paint. I do like the hair on this one. It's a little more what I remember Hulk Hogan's hair being like. We know how he has the entire top of his head bald, and then he is going bald right there. Really do like the blonde coloration on it, although I don't know if you guys can see this, but there's obviously a line right here of 2 different shades of blonde. It should just be bleach blonde. One thing I think this figure does right is the skin tone. One issue that I've had with Hulk Hogan figures in the past is they didn't quite get his skin tone right, and this actually does a good job of doing it. He is burnt hot dog, which is the Hulk Hogan skin tone that he needs to be, and really good job by Mattel. I believe this was the first burnt hot dog skin tone Hulk Hogan, and I do like it. You can see that this is a much older Hulk Hogan than we got with the previous Ultimate Edition figure. If I can just bring him out really fast just so you can see what I'm talking about. Yeah, this is Hulk Hogan back in his heyday. This is when he started losing muscle mass, and you can see they did a really good job capturing that here on this figure, and I think it works really nicely. His torso is also thinner than that previous Ultimate Edition Hulk Hogan, which I do like. Again, it's an older Hulk Hogan, so his muscle mass is starting to go down. They do use the same abdomen piece, so he shares the same torso as a Hollywood Hulk Hogan, which that's a really smart move. Instead of your traditional white wrist tape that Hogan has, he actually has sweatbands on that says Hulkster on them, or Hulkamania. I can't tell there. It's really small. I want to say it's Hulkamania, and it does look really nice. Other than that, we get your standard Hulk Hogan yellow trunks. Nothing too special, nothing to write home about. Then we actually do get red knee pads, which if you guys recall on the previous Ultimate Edition we had a look at, his were like a maroonish color, which I really wasn't a fan of. This one has the red knee pads, which I might end up swapping that out. I don't know yet. We'll see how I feel. Then we do have his standard yellow boots with the white laces and the white sole, which, you know, that's Hulk Hogan for you guys. He really didn't change it up too much, and when he did, you know, he turned heel and joined the NWO. But yeah, I really do like the way the figure came out. Again, I might be a little bit underwhelmed by this figure because he came out last year. I finally got him in hand. Amazon finally came through with it, but I'm kind of like, I don't know, I feel like this one seems like a downgrade now that we have the other Ultimate Edition Hulk Hogan, but it's still a really good looking figure. So with that out of the way, guys, let's actually get Hulk Hogan compared to other figures you may have in your collection. Here we do have Hulk Hogan posed next to an Ultimate Edition Brock Lesnar and a basic Jeff Hardy. Here we have the Fan Takeover Hulk Hogan posed next to the Defining Moments Hulk Hogan and the Storm Collectibles Hulk Rules Hulk Hogan. And for a final comparison, here we do have the Fan Takeover Hulk Hogan posed next to the Ultimate Edition Hollywood Hulk Hogan and the Ultimate Edition Hulk Hogan. So with the comparisons out of the way, let's actually have a look at Hulk Hogan's articulation. Now, Hulk Hogan does have a ball joint at the head, however, it really doesn't go back and forward all too well. You can see it does have some slight movement. It does get some slight head tilt, and it does turn left and right, no problem. His arms are on a butterfly joint, but it is the same Hollywood Hulk Hogan joint, so it really doesn't get too much play, which is a little bit unfortunate. The arms are on ball joints, so they do go all the way around. They go out to the side very nicely. We have a bicep swivel, which works fine. Double bend here at the elbow, giving us a 90-degree bend, or past 90, so I do like that. We have a swivel hinge at the wrist, which works really good. We have a ball joint here in the abdomen, so that does lean back and slightly forward, side-to-side pivot with a little bit of side-to-side play, which is really nice. Then we do have a waist swivel, which works really good. His legs do kick forward to about right there, which is pretty good because you want Hulk Hogan dropping the leg drop, and it works perfectly fine. Going back, you can see it goes to about right there. Out to the side, that's acceptable for Hulk Hogan. Thigh swivel, which works no problem. Double bend here at the knee, a little bit hindered by his knee pad, but you can get that out of the way. Swivel here at the boot. We have a hinge in the ankle, which that's kind of stiff, and I don't want to really force it, but it does go forward and it does go back. Then we do have some slight rocker ankle, and then of course we do have a toe hinge. So overall, Hulk Hogan has some pretty good articulation. It's not the best, but it's not the worst that we've seen. So with that out of the way, guys, let's actually get the Hulkster pose for my final thoughts, and then we'll wrap up this review. And so here we have the Ultimate Edition Fan Takeover Hulk Hogan pose for my final thoughts, and overall, I'm a little bit underwhelmed by this figure. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Maybe my excitement for this figure would have been better if I had actually picked him up last year, which I did have a pre-order for him last year. It just took about a year for them to actually ship it out to me, which is a little bit unfortunate. And I did kind of already get a hold of the Ultimate Edition Hulk Hogan from the main line, which I think that kind of spoiled me. I'm not saying that this is a bad Hulk Hogan figure. I'm just saying that I personally am a little bit underwhelmed at how this figure came out. I think they could have done a much better job on the faces, although, like I said, if I had gotten this a year ago, I probably would have liked it just a little bit better. But overall, it's still a really solid figure. I do like the fact that we get a lot with this Hulk Hogan. We get his weight belt, the title belt, his shirt, the bandana, and several sets of hands, which look really nice. And then the heads are pretty decent. It's just unfortunate that Mattel didn't give us the photoreal on each head. I think that is something that Mattel needs to do with Ultimate Edition figures. We cannot be having hand-painted figures at this price point. At $32 and an exclusive figure, yeah, that hand-painted paint job has to go. I just cannot justify that, and I don't understand why they did it for Hulk Hogan here. It's still a pretty solid figure. Like I said, it's just not the figure I was expecting, and again, that's probably just chalking up to me getting hold of the Ultimate Edition 13 Hulk Hogan before this one. Now, if you are able to get hold of this Hulk Hogan, he is starting to ship now for the second run, I believe, on Amazon, which the Fan Takeover Ultimate Edition Hulk Hogan is an Amazon exclusive figure. So if you didn't pre-order him or get your order in, you probably missed out, because at the time I'm making this video, there is no listing for this figure. The page is completely gone. So if you missed out on this figure, unfortunately you missed out on it. And secondhand market is already charging about $100 for this Hulk Hogan. Honestly, if you can't get hold of this Hulk Hogan, I really suggest you get hold of the new Ultimate Edition Series 13 Hulk Hogan. At least I think it's Series 13. The one that came out with Mr. T. That's a much better figure than this, and I think the likeness is a little bit better. Overall, if you can get hold of this Hulk Hogan and you really want it, I say spend the $32 on it. Otherwise, yeah, just don't bother with this figure and just pick up the new Hulk Hogan. With that being said, guys, I'm KingofDragons 5000. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel. Go ahead and check out all my other action figure reviews as well as all my other WWE videos. Hopefully you find them informative. As always, if there's a figure you'd like to see me review, let me know down in the comments, and if it fits in my collection, I'll gladly have a look at it. While you're at it, check out my Instagram account for new and exciting action figure photos, and as always, ring that bell to be notified anytime I upload a video. Until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Take care, everyone.